On January 27, 2025, WWE's Royal Rumble gave fans something they're going to talk about for a long time. The night ended with one of the most brutal and intense ladder matches ever, pitting Cody Rhodes against Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Championship. But this wasn't just about grabbing a title. It turned into a full-blown test of toughness, heart, and sheer willpower. Both men gave it everything they had, pushing their bodies to the absolute limit. In the end, it was Cody Rhodes who walked away with the title. But when you look at the damage they both took, you realize that the real story here is about sacrifice and the cost of glory. Kevin Owens, the relentless warrior. From the moment this match kicked off, Kevin Owens was determined to show everyone why he's one of the toughest guys in WWE. This wasn't just a fight for a belt. It was about proving Owens belonged at the top. He wasn't messing around, bringing power and strategy right from the start. Owens wasted no time using the ladder for everything it was worth. He wasn't just climbing it. He was throwing it, slamming it, and using it as a weapon against Cody. Every time Cody seemed to get some momentum, Owens would hit him with something brutal, making sure to push him to the limit. Even when things looked really bad, like when Owens hit Cody with a crazy fisherman buster, sending him crashing onto the ladder, Owens didn't slow down. The pain was obvious, but Owens kept fighting like he had something to prove. And that's what made him stand out in this match, his refusal to quit no matter how much damage he was taking. The build-up, personal tensions, hit a boiling point. Before the match even started, the tension between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens had been building for months. Their history wasn't just about competing for a title, it was about personal animosity and unfinished business. For Cody, this match was about proving he was the champion and solidifying his legacy, while Owens was finally getting his chance to claim the championship he had worked his whole career for. When the bell rang, fans in the arena could feel the weight of it all. It wasn't just about the gold hanging above the ring, it was about something more. Every move felt personal, and you could tell both men were prepared to sacrifice everything to walk away as the champion. The energy in the arena was electric, and everyone knew they were about to witness something special. The Carnage. A match like no other. As soon as the match started, it became clear this wasn't going to be your average ladder match. This was going to be an all-out war. Both Rhodes and Owens went outside the ring early, using ladders in ways that most would never think to. It wasn't just about trying to climb and win. These ladders became weapons, tools for absolute destruction. One of the craziest moments came when Owens hit Rhodes with a wild top-rope fisherman buster, slamming him onto a ladder wedged between the ropes. The sound of Rhodes hitting the ladder was so sickening that you could almost feel the pain. The crowd fell silent, watching in shock, but Owens didn't let up. He was relentless, continuing his assault like a man on a mission. Every strike he landed, every moment he kept pushing Cody, you could see how far Owens was willing to go to get the title. But Rhodes wasn't just going to roll over. After taking a ton of punishment, Cody responded with his own brutal shots. In one unforgettable moment, Cody tossed Owens onto a ladder set up against the turnbuckle, and Owens took the full impact on his back. But the destruction didn't stop there. Rhodes hit Owens with a devastating Alabama slam onto a steel ladder outside the ring, and you could hear the spine-crushing impact all the way through the arena. Fans gasped, thinking Owens might be out for good, but somehow, Owens fought through the pain and kept going. The aftermath. Victory, but at what cost? When it was all said and done, Cody Rhodes finally reached the top of the ladder and claimed the undisputed WWE Championship. But it wasn't exactly a victory that came easy. Cody's body was bruised and battered. He had clearly paid a heavy price to keep the title. His ribs were sore, his shoulder was dislocated, and every step he took seemed to be an effort. The man was clearly in pain, but he held the title up high, a visual reminder of what he had just endured to stay on top. But the real aftermath was much darker for Owens. Word spread quickly after the match that Owens had suffered some serious spinal injuries, and the road ahead for him was uncertain. Reports suggested that Owens could be sidelined for months. Despite his incredible fight, Owens was left to deal with the consequences of the brutal war he'd just been through. His body had taken more than its fair share of punishment, and no one knew exactly how long it would take for him to recover. Kevin Owens, a warrior, even in defeat. In the end, while Cody Rhodes took home the title, It was Kevin Owens who left a lasting impression. His performance in the match was legendary, and even though he didn't win, he had earned the respect of everyone in the arena. Fans and wrestlers alike were in awe of his toughness, and Owens had proven that he wasn't just a challenger. He was a true warrior. From the brutal Fisherman Buster to the Alabama Slam, Owens took hit after hit that would have put most people out of commission. But he never stopped. Even when he seemed to be on the verge of collapse, Owens kept fighting. That kind of determination earned him more than just respect. It cemented his place in WWE history. The ladder, the ultimate weapon. Throughout the match, the ladder was more than just a tool to climb and grab the title. It became an instrument of chaos, destruction, and pain. Both Rhodes and Owens used the ladder to its absolute limit, from smashing it into each other to setting up for daredevil moves that had the crowd on the edge of their seats. One of the most unforgettable moments came when Owens took a leap off the top rope with the ladder in hand, crashing into Rhodes with everything he had. The two men hit the mat with a sickening thud, and it was clear that both had given it everything they had. But the ladder wasn't done wreaking havoc yet. The most brutal moment came when Owens was sent crashing spine-first onto a ladder bridge set up between the ring and the announcer's table. The sound of his body slamming against the steel echoed throughout the arena, leaving fans in stunned silence. It was the kind of moment that made you wonder if either of them would walk away unscathed. Legacy of sacrifice and resilience. When everything was over and the dust had settled, this match wasn't just remembered for who won the title. It was remembered for the insane toll it took on both men. Cody Rhodes might have kept the championship, but Kevin Owens was the one who walked away as a true legend. Owens didn't just prove that he could take a beating, he proved that he had the heart and resilience to go through hell and keep fighting. This ladder match, for all its brutality and carnage, is a testament to what it takes to succeed in WWE. It's not just about athleticism or skill, it's about sacrifice, resilience, and the unrelenting desire to be the best. And even though Rhodes walked away with the gold, Owens showed the world that sometimes it's the fight itself that defines greatness. The Royal Rumble. 2025 ladder match will go down as one of the most brutal, intense, and unforgettable moments in WWE history. Fans will remember the carnage, the pain, and the sacrifice that both men endured. For Cody Rhodes, it was a victory that came with a price. For Kevin Owens, it was a performance that solidified him as one of the toughest competitors to ever step into the ring. The battle wasn't just for a title. It was a battle for respect, for glory, and for the very heart and soul of WWE. The price of glory. A battle for the ages. The Royal Rumble 2025 ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens wasn't your typical championship fight. It was a grueling, all-out war that will be remembered as one of WWE's most intense battles. Both guys put everything on the line that night, pushing themselves beyond their physical limits to grab the undisputed WWE Championship. In the end, it was Cody Rhodes who came out on top. But the real story here is how hard both men fought, how much pain they endured, and the sacrifices they made for glory. This wasn't just a title match. It was an unforgettable display of resilience, and it changed both of these men forever. What happened that night in January wasn't just about the gold. It was about two men proving their toughness and determination to be the best. From the moment the bell rang, it was clear that this was going to be a brutal, no-holds-barred match. Both Cody and Kevin weren't holding anything back, showing the WWE Universe what happens when two of the best in the business push their bodies to the breaking point. As painful as it was to watch, this ladder match became a symbol of everything that WWE is built on: sacrifice, grit, and the will to never quit. The Fisherman Buster. A shocking display of power. Right out of the gate, Kevin Owens made it clear that this was going to be a fight to the finish. He set the tone with a brutal Fisherman Buster, slamming Cody Rhodes back into a steel ladder placed right in the center of the ring. The sickening sound of Cody's spine smashing against the metal echoed through the arena, and you could feel the intensity building instantly. It was a huge statement from Owens that he wasn't here to play nice. He was here to win at any cost. From that point forward, Owens was a wrecking ball, showing off his power and strength by using the ladder in every way imaginable. He wasn't just going to climb the ladder for the title, he was using it to do as much damage as possible. With every strike and every move, It felt like he was trying to break Cody down completely. It wasn't just about hurting his opponent. It was about dominating him, showing that Owens was ready to do whatever it took to get that championship. But this wasn't just a power game. Owens was mixing in some high-flying moves too, surprising everyone with his agility. A man of his size shouldn't be able to soar through the air like that, but there he was, leaping off the top rope with a senton bomb that nearly took Cody's head off. It was a moment that made the crowd go wild, showing that Owens wasn't just the tough guy who could take a beating, he was a versatile competitor who could do it all. High-flying action, daredevil moments that left fans breathless. Cody Rhodes wasn't going to let Owens have all the fun with the high-flying moves. As things got more chaotic, Cody showed off his own daredevil side, taking risks that had the fans gasping in disbelief. At one point, he climbed up a ladder, took a leap of faith, and hit Owens with a crossbody that sent both men crashing to the mat. The crowd roared in appreciation as Cody showed that, just like Owens, he was willing to put his body on the line to win. These high-flying moments weren't just about flashy moves. They were about two competitors proving who had the guts to go the distance and take the most pain in pursuit of the title. And let's not forget the crazy ladder spots. The ladder wasn't just a way to climb and grab the title. It became part of the offense itself. Cody and Owens used it like a weapon, slamming it into each other, jumping off it, and even bending it under each other's weight. Every ladder shot, every high-flying dive, and every devastating slam was a reminder that this wasn't just a match for a belt. It was a battle for survival. The Alabama Slam, a defining moment of destruction. There's one moment from this match that will stick with fans forever, and that's when Cody hit Owens with an Alabama Slam onto a ladder positioned between the ring apron and the announcer's table. The impact was monstrous. When Owens' back crashed against that steel ladder, you could hear the sickening crack that echoed through the arena. For a second, it seemed like Owens might be done. The guy was writhing in pain, barely able to catch his breath. It was one of the most brutal moments in the match, and it left fans in stunned silence, realizing just how much these men were willing to sacrifice for the championship. But this isn't a story about Owens giving up. In true Kevin Owens fashion, he wasn't going down that easily. Even after the Alabama Slam, he kept pushing forward, refusing to let the pain stop him. That's the heart of a warrior right there. The Alabama Slam wasn't just a great move. It was the turning point in the match that showed what kind of toll these men were taking on each other. A battle of strategy and endurance. More than just physicality. It wasn't all about brute force, though. Sure, Owens and Rhodes were delivering punishing blows left and right, but they were also playing a mental game throughout the match. In a ladder match, it's not just about who's stronger or who can take more punishment. It's about outsmarting your opponent and using every tool at your disposal. And that's exactly what Owens and Rhodes did. Owens is a crafty guy, and he knows how to get inside his opponent's head. At one point, he even played possum, pretending to be hurt just to lure Cody in for a devastating super kick. The crowd was buzzing as it looked like Owens was about to pull off a sneaky win. But Rhodes wasn't falling for it. The champion played it smart too, countering Owens' moves at just the right time and using the ladder to his advantage. At one point, Cody hit a DDT onto the steel, stunning Owens and leaving him dazed for a moment. It was clear that this wasn't just about who had the most power. It was about who could think on their feet and outlast the other. Both men were constantly looking for ways to tip the scales in their favor, whether it was through clever counterattacks or by using the ladder in unexpected ways. They understood that in this type of match, the ladder wasn't just a tool to climb for the title, it was part of their entire strategy. This battle was as much about the mind games as it was about the physical carnage. The final push, championship glory within reach. As the match reached its climax, you could see the toll it was taking on both competitors. They were battered, bruised, and completely exhausted. Kevin Owens was on the ladder, inches away from winning the championship, when Cody Rhodes pulled off a last-ditch effort. He tipped the ladder over, sending Owens crashing hard to the mat below. The crowd gasped as Owens hit the canvas with a thud, his championship dream slipping away. With Owens down, Rhodes made his move. He climbed the ladder slowly, each step looking more painful than the last. He had earned this moment, but it didn't come easy. The pain was written all over his face as he reached the top and finally grabbed the title. The crowd erupted as Cody Rhodes stood tall, holding the undisputed WWE Championship above his head. He had done it, but the price of that victory was clear. His body was battered, bruised, and clearly in no shape to keep fighting. The aftermath. A price paid in blood. When the match ended, it was clear that both men had paid a huge price. Cody Rhodes had won the championship, but he was far from unscathed. His body was wrecked, his ribs were bruised, his shoulder was dislocated, and every part of him screamed in pain. The physical toll of the match was evident, and you could tell that he would need time to recover from what had just happened. Even though he'd won, the victory came at a huge personal cost. As for Kevin Owens, the aftermath was even tougher. While he may have lost, he gained something far more important: respect. Owens had taken brutal punishment and kept coming back for more, earning the admiration of everyone in the arena. It was clear that while Owens didn't get the title, he'd earned his place in WWE history. His toughness, determination, and refusal to give in made him a legend in the eyes of the fans. A legacy built on sacrifice. In the end, the Royal Rumble 2025 ladder match was about more than just a championship. It was about the journey, the heart, and the unrelenting spirit of both Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Sure, Cody got to walk away with the gold, but Owens left a lasting impact. This match wasn't just about who won, it was about showing what it truly takes to be a WWE superstar. This ladder match will go down as one of the most unforgettable moments in WWE history. The fans will remember the insane stunts, the brutal ladder shots, and the sheer willpower of both Rhodes and Owens. But what will stick with everyone long after the match is over is the reminder of what these men gave up to get to that moment. Glory in WWE isn't handed out. It's earned, and sometimes that price is steeper than anyone could imagine. For Cody and Owens, the price of glory was paid in full that night.